most man Auth tutorials teaches you to roll your own JWT logic, where security mistakes often happen. There is a better way, and it is literally called Better Auth. Let's integrate it into a Manstack project in minutes with a secure, modern authentication system that is fully under your control. To get started, make sure your project is running. So here my project is running, as you can see, and also the backend, you can see also it is running. Make sure your database is connected successfully so that we don't get any errors as we move forward. Okay, so now to get started, we just need to visit betterauth.com, that is betterauth-.com. okay, and then here you will see readme. Okay, under readme you will see the CLI here. Okay, this is the CLI that we'll use to set up. It is much quicker. So you can open your terminal. So you open your backend, not your front end. So right click, then open your integrated terminal. For my case, I already have it here. So make sure it is backend. As you can see, mine is backend. And then I'll paste the command. Then I'll hit enter. Okay. Then just give it a moment to initialize everything. So if you are prompted to install that is at Auth 1.6.25, say yes, that is why, then hit enter. Then just give it a moment to install it. So here we are prompted with the first question. So basically here we'll need the env. So as you can see, when you visit the env here, okay, so you can see the way it is. I only have the mango underscore URI and then the other threes. Okay, so I can reopen it. So we want these two to be added, so you can type y, and then for the Auth secret to be generated, just hit enter. And then for this we'll be using 5,000 instead of 3,000 here. So basically what you can see here, mine is running on Rocos 5,000. So you can check that by finding your listener, where you are listening your server, or listening for changes and all of that. So you can see here it is. So you should find the port that you are passing to the listener. Then if you control click it, you should be shown this part here. For my case, that is. So in your project, you just need to have a simple project and then a simple listener. Okay, that will be enough. Okay, and then here you can type it, or you can just hit enter, then we'll change it later on. No big deal for that. And then we'll need the Auth instance. Okay, so hit enter also. And then we need to configure our database. So say yes. Okay, then here we'll choose MongoDB, but you can also use Prisma. But since since I want to show you by using MongoDB without using any other extension, we are going to use MongoDB. Okay, but you can still use Prisma and MongoDB together. Okay, so I'll just hit enter. So I have used downward and upwards arrow key to choose MongoDB here. Then here we can just say why, that is yes. And then would you like to enable email and password? So say yes. And then for Auth social provider, we say yes. We just need one, which is that is Google. So here it is. So then hit enter. Okay, so here you can see the way it is. Would you like to generate an Auth grant, that is grant configuration file? So we can say yes, then we'll move it to the front end later on, and then hit enter. Okay, and then now dependencies will be installed. Okay, so just give it a moment for the dependency to be installed. So as you can see here, it is done. So for the last part here, that is to connect your app to the Better Auth infrastructure, we can say no. And then now this value also will be added to our environment variable here. So you can see all of them have been added right here. So for this one here, as we talked about, we change it to 5,000 where our project is running on. Then you can save. Okay, then I will close that one, and then I will close this one. And then here we need to see what was added. So this one here was added. Okay, and then also this one here was added. So you can see the way it is. Okay, then we can change this one to 5,000. Okay, and then you can save. So you should have something like that. Okay, so now to connect it to our Express, that is our Express server here, we just need to find that inside our doc. Head over to the documentation here, that is docs. Okay, and then inside that is integrations, find Express. So here, okay, and then scroll down, then here we'll see this part here. This is the first thing you should look at, that you should mount Express JSON middleware after beta auth handlers. Okay, so that means this should be above our Express JSON middleware. So as you can see, here is mine. Okay, so but I will have it here like that. Now you can see here, this is version 4. Okay, this one here, that is to make sure that you tell Express that you want to this route here to listen for all the routes. Okay, and then for version 5 is this one here. So let's see which version we are using. The current version, I think it is 5 and above right now, so that is Express. So as you can see here, it is okay. You are using version 5. If your project is current, you should also be using version 5. Okay, so I'll uncomment this one here, and then I will remove this one. Okay, just like that, or you can just comment it. Okay, then here I will import, that is to node handler, this one here, like that. And then here I just need to import this one here. Okay, that is Auth. Make sure you import Auth like that. Okay, and then you can just save. So now you should be having something like that. And then make sure inside your course will name the origin. Just wait for it, and then open your terminal, and then make sure you don't have any errors. Like here you can see I have some kind of an error here, so that is because we don't have the .env here. Okay, I am currently using it here. Okay, so you can see where it is. So you just need to cut it, or you just need to have it inside your, that is lib auth.ts. you just need to have it here. Okay, just need to have it here like that, and then save. Okay, yes, so sorry about that. I think this one should basically work. Okay, sorry about that. So as you can notice here, we are using another one, that is another database environment variable instead of the one that we have in our .env. So I'm going to let it be like that and still be having the values here. Okay, that is .env here. Okay, and then I'm going to copy this one here, the one that we are using, and then I'm going to save to change this one here like that. Then I'm going to save. So let's see if it is going to work. So now you can see it is working. Now you successfully connected to MongoDB. It is coming from here. Okay, that means it have successfully connected. Make sure you have that before you even continue. Okay, yeah. So if you have any error, so you can just leave it in the comments, and then I will try to find a solution for you. So now now we can check if this one here is working. So here you can see we have, that is stroke API stroke auth, and then other routes inside there. Then here we can find localhosts, this one here, that is localhost 5000 stroke API stroke get auth. Okay, then hit enter. So you should be getting null. Okay, you should be getting null as you can see here, you should be getting null, so it is working. Okay, so as you can see, also we have the logger. So great. So now that means our backend is fully connected. So I will close this one here, then we'll head over to the front end. So the front end, the first thing you should find is basically the home page. That is the home page. Inside routes, then the home. Okay, so here is the home with these two links. Okay, heading over to sign in, and then also heading over to that is create. So we will start with this one here. So can close this one here. So the first thing, you need to open your integrated terminal, your front end integrated terminal, and then we need to install beta auth. So I think here it is for my case. Make sure it is front end. Yeah, so here we just say npm I, then you make sure you have beta auth. So for my case, I need to move this one to the front end, so I just move it to the front end inside the lib folder like that. Then I will just visit it. Okay, and then here I need to copy this part here, then I need to paste it here. Okay, then hit enter. Okay, so just give it a moment to install beta auth. Okay, then I think we should let it first install, then we can continue from there. So as you can see, the installation is done, and then also the error here have disappeared. So you can head over to your sign up page for whichever one you are using. You can see here I have just a simple one, just a function returning basically the values, and also some toasters here, that the one that we use to notify us. So I will try to console log this. So this one here, and then I'll open my terminal so that you can see that the form is working, so that we don't have any issues there. Then I will hit create. So here are the values. So great. So now what we need to connect is our post function. So you can head over inside your documentation. So you make sure everything you are checking in your documentation, so that you are up to date. Okay, so we'll head over to getting started, then basic usage. Okay, then you can see email and password, then scroll down, and here you can see sign up. Okay, just copy this one here, then here we can just paste it here. Okay, then we can remove this one here, is not needed. Okay, then also this one here is not needed. Okay, and then here I will move this one to success. Okay, and then here I will set it to is submitting to false. Okay, and then also I will like to navigate. I think, do I have navigation here? So I will have a simple function here for navigate. I forgot to add it, equals to use navigation, or use navigate, like that. And then here I would like to navigate, then where I would I like to navigate to, that is the home page. Okay, just like that. And then here you can just have the error like that, as of type any. Then here you can just console log, you can say error, then you can just have the error, it's the full error, just like that. Then you can toast something went wrong. Okay, so here for the email we should be having values dot email. Okay, and then for password you should be having values, that is values dot password. Then for the name, that will be values dot name. Okay, for the rest they are optional. As you can see, they have been marked optional. They have comments for optional, so you can comment on them like that. Okay, then we need to import this one here like that, then import it. You should have this import there. Okay, just like that. And then you can just remove this part here, not necessary, then you can save. Okay, so after saving, you should be let it reload. Okay, so now we can test this. So that is create sign up. So here we can have this, then here you can have our values. So then I will hit create. So you can see we have some kind of an issue. So you can open our terminal and see. So something here like failed and all of that. So we forgot to do one thing here. So here the important thing, you can see it is like this. We need to point it to our backend. So, and to do that, the first thing I need us to check is this part, this import here. So when you head over to your docs and maybe find this part, maybe that is the installation part here, I think. Okay, let me see. The Auth grant, this one here. So you can see it should be imported on there. So that is for React. You can see it is on the React. So inside installation, then that is create grant instance. Make sure you have React selected. You can see it is coming from React. That is Better Auth stroke React. So make sure you change this part here to React. Okay, and then here you can see you should point it to your base URL. Okay, so can copy that, and then inside here you can have an object, then have the base URL. So you should see that you have autocomplete. Okay, and then change this one here to 5000. Okay, just like that, then save. Okay, should have something like that, and then refresh your page, and then here I will have my values, then I will hit create. So you can see we are still getting an issue. So let's see. Invalid origin. So you can see invalid origin, but you can see now we are connected to our backend. Okay, so when you open your terminal and head over to the backend, you should see something like this. Okay, that this origin is not mentioned. So I basically forgot to basically add this. So make sure inside your course, so let me show you, inside your server. So here inside your course you have this one here, that is client, which I have already added here. Okay, like that. And then when you head over to your auth.ts, we need to add it here, that is the trusted origin. So control space bar, then find trusted origin. So you should add them as a string array like that, that is string array. And then here you can have process dot env dot, so make sure you have this one here. Okay, not the whole of it but the value, and then add an exclamation mark to remove the error. Then you can have a comma, and maybe you can have another one, maybe something like 3000 or any other that you would like. Okay, then save. So then wait for your project to basically save or restart, then we can test again. So now it is done. So here now when I click should work. Okay, so basically, yeah, you can see, but on success nothing happened. So this one here already exists, so I should have posted something. So basically, sign up, an error, something went wrong. So this one here, toaster, so this toaster here is because we don't have it here. We don't have it here, that's why we are not getting notified of any errors. So add toaster here, like that, then save. So that was not part of the project, but basically it is important to know when you have errors, so that the error can know what the issues are. So 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. So now you can see something went wrong. Okay, so you can use another email, so something like this one here, that is bensonraro@gmail.com, then create. So you can see it is account created successfully. Okay, so great. So even when you refresh, now you should see something like this. Okay, that is the session and the user. Okay, so now to basically, even when you refresh, basically we'll see you still have the values. So that means on sign up, we are currently logged in. So to get the values, to post them here, you need to just head over to your home page, or to any page, or maybe your header to show the user. You can do it anywhere. So for my case, I will just have it here, whereby you can head over to basically anywhere. You can find the docs here, basic usage, and find the session, email, and all of that. Scroll down, socials, and then okay, yeah, this one here, just copy this one here, that is client side. Okay, that is session client side. Okay, then paste it here. Okay, like that. Then I'll just import this one here. Okay, like that. Okay, so now you should not be having any errors. So now I just add a simple div just here. Okay, then I just import button, that is this one here is for logout. So I'll show you how we can log out in a moment, but I will just like to have the function here. Like that. So then you can save. So you can see sorry, also I need to add the loader. So basically if it is loading, we are going to see this loader here. So you can see we have is loading state out of the box there. So let me just fix this. Okay, so you can see we have is pending, all loading state out of the box there. Then here, if we have the session, then we would like to show the session. If else we don't have the session, we should like to basically show the links. Okay, like that. So then save. So here now you should be having something like this. So now let us handle logout. Okay, logout, as you scroll up here, you should see sign out. Okay, then you can see how you can use it, the simplest way. Then you also have a way on success. So I'll just copy it here, then I'll just have it inside here. Okay, and then I'll just remove this part, then because I would like to use the one that we used here. Okay, like this, and then here I would just like to say navigate, then here I would like to navigate to sign in. Okay, then save. So you can also maybe say an if here, an if statement if you have an error, but first maybe you should import use navigate. Okay, so you can also load an error here. You can also refetch at a given time if you want. So these functions are usually out of the box also there. Okay, so here it is. So now when you reload, you should see this loader here, then you should see the user. Then when you click sign out, you can see you can sign out. Okay, so also if you want maybe to protect a certain route, you can maybe say something like, you can say if you have the session, okay, then navigate to another page, or so that you can protect that page. So even before this page loads, you can here say if no session, then you can say navigate to sign in, then we can maybe return. Okay, so when you refresh, let's see if it is going to work. So basically I think I have created a certain group there, but basically this is the way to do it. First you should basically check if you use appender here. You should say something like is pending, so that you know when you have the user. Then you can maybe show something like, so show something like that is return like that. Okay, then you can refresh, so you can see a loader there. Okay, so I think this is not the way to do it. So you can see it is loading for a lot of time, so that is because of this part here. Okay, so you can protect route like that. Basically you can see without it is working. So I think this part here, maybe you can actually do anything that you want. The right way to protect route, that is the way. If you don't have the session, then you can navigate to another page there. Okay, so great. So now I can show you how to connect your that is your Google or any other social provider. Okay, so for that you need to get the values. Okay, to get the values you will get them here. Okay, so you can create a new credential, that is Auth grant ID. Okay, so just give it a moment for it to load. Then here choose web application. Okay, then you can give it a name that you want. Then here you should add a value, that is your backend. Okay, for me it is 5,000. Okay, and then here you should find the provider that you are using. For my case, infrastructure. Okay, authentication, then find Google. Here it is. And then here when you read all of this, you will find that you have this section here. Okay, all this section here. Okay, so you just need to copy this one here and then paste it here. Okay, for my case it is 5,000. Okay, make sure you have that, and then now you can just create. Okay, so now we have the values, grant ID. So when I head over to my env, then grant ID. So basically I have made a mistake. I did not copy that is the the secret. So you can click that edit button there. Then you should be redirected to another page. Here you can see it is actually there also. You can just copy it like that and then paste it here like that. So you should be having these two like that. Then you should head over to your documentation. Here you can see we have all of that, and then scroll down, and then you can see the way to do it. Okay, so just copy it, and then you should make sure that your backend restarts. So you can just head over to maybe something like server and just hit Ctrl S to save, and then it should restart. Okay, so I just close everything, and then for my case, for the Google sign in, I am using Socios. So that is this part here. So it is actually reloading because of this part here. It is not actually yet loaded fully. Okay, so you can find my socials is actually coming from the sign in buttons. So MongoDB actually timed out, so let's fix that. Maybe we can restart it. So when you head over to the sign in here, you will find you have socials somewhere here. So control click on it, and then you can replace the function here with this one here. Okay, then convert it to an synchronous function, and then import sign in like that. So there it is. Okay, so basically now I just want to show you maybe how to add on success. So I just copy those because there is no big deal there. It's just like the one that we are using on the other page. So then I can just remove these ones here. So now it should be something like this. So okay, yeah, so it should be something like that. Okay, so here my MongoDB is not connecting because of some issues. It is actually timing out. So let me fix this part really fast. So basically I have just restarted it, and now here you can see it is working. Okay, so now when I refresh this, you should see something like this. So now you can choose either sign in or create. Okay, and then just click the button. Okay, so you should see redirecting to that is this page here, that is Google. Then choose your account. Okay, you can see that is Raro Developers, and then control click on it. And then you can see we are being redirected to the localhost here. So that is because of one thing. When you head over here, we are missing a few things here, like callback. So you should add callback if you want to be redirected to the home page of your choice. So here you should add your localhosts. Okay, should add your localhosts, and then if you want, you can also add an error if you have an error, where you should redirect if you have an error. So something like that. So you can save, and then now here you can head over to localhosts 517. Okay, and then now here you should see the current logged in user, then sign out, then here you can try once more. So now you can see we are being redirected to the home page. So that is it with Better Auth in a Manstack project. So let's meet on the next one. So make sure you subscribe to the channel and like the video. Thank you.